Shalom, 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 Salakia. You know what I'm saying? The technical difficulties just keep on coming. You know what I'm saying? But the devil ain't gonna stop this. You know what I'm saying? I got a job to do and I'm gonna do it. You know what I'm saying? So let me give y'all a quick reminder of what we've been through. We started off with Genesis 25 and 27, how it explains how Esau's a cunning hunter. If you know anything about our oppressor, he is the man's his progenitor. His oldest ancestor is a man named Esau, which is Jacob's twin brother. You know what I'm saying? And Esau was a cunning hunter. See, these are traits that was passed down to his passed down to through his generations. And nobody's a more cunning hunter than our oppressor. You know what I'm saying? The man will put deer urine on himself to hunt deer. You know what I'm saying? He would do anything to, cover up his scents and his tracks so the animals or his prey would not be warned to his presence. And that's the same thing that Peyton Grindon did. He went there, got comfortable with the locals, and asked them all types of questions about the area. He was a cunning hunter. He had blueprints of the supermarket. He had all that. That's the type of devil he is. Our oppressor is a cunning hunter. And if you have any questions, type them in. And if I'm coming in nice and clear, please give me a one. Give me a one, because we've been having some technical difficulties. You know what I'm saying? We've been having some technical difficulties. I had to do some tricks and some. I ain't gonna give her too much information. It might be incriminating. But we're gonna continue getting in. The next scripture that we went into after we went to Genesis 25 and 27, we went to Lamentation 4 and 8. Because this cunning hunter started hunting our steps. You know what I'm saying? Thank you, thank you. We got the one that's coming in nice and clear now. Good. This cunning hunter started hunting our steps. You can read that in Lamentation 4 and 18. Hunting our steps to the point that we can't even come outside. It's not safe for us to go in our streets. These old women and men just wanted to go out, go shopping. They probably been looking forward to doing it, because older people love shopping for some food, and they can't even go out and enjoy that. We can't even enjoy our own streets. You know what I'm saying? Like the scripture was explaining how Esau is a cunning hunter. It also explained that his twin brother Jacob, which is the progenitor to the Black, Hispanic, and Native people, is a plain man that likes to dwell in tents. We like to chill at home. We like our home. We like our neighborhood. We like to hang out in our streets. We're plain. We're simple. We just like to be comfortable. But we can't even be that. We can't even do that because this cunning hunter is hunting our steps. Peyton Gendron hunted our steps. You know what I'm saying? And now we're in Deuteronomy 27 and 37, which I showed that if you looked at his rifle, you seen all types of bywords and proverbs on the rifle. Whole bunch of bywords and proverbs on the rifle. Whole bunch of disrespectful things on the rifle. They took our struggle as a joke. He called us baboon. He called us monkey. He called us, you know what I'm saying, the N-word. You know what I'm saying? He said, here's your reparation. Him killing us was a reparation to him. Him killing us was a sign of him repairing the damage that his ancestors did. He basically took us begging our enemies for justice for what our ancestors went through as a joke. That's our justice. That's our repayment right there. And Black, Hispanic, and Native people need to take that as a lesson. We need to take that and understand that that is what they do. Okay, look like things are running smooth again. Let's see how this lasts. All right. All right. Now that we're back up and running, it seems like that's fixed. All right, what was I at? Yeah. Sure. And then we're gonna after that, now we're gonna drop down to Deuteronomy 28, verse 49, to show you more of these people, more of how our enemy, how the people that Peyton Gendron share a bloodline with. We're gonna get into a little more information about them, but let me put this in the chat. Okay. Because thou, Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 47, because thou servest not the Lord thy God with joyfulness and with gladness of heart for the abundance of all things, therefore shalt thou serve thine enemies, which the Lord shall send against thee in hunger. That's why we had to go to a supermarket. Times is not a supermarket owned by our people. It's not black owned. It's like a Save-A-Lot. It's a store placed in urban areas so they could bleed whatever finances they can from us. You know what I'm saying? Those type of stores try to get whatever pennies they can get from us. They would take all our pennies with no problem. You know what I'm saying? Let's continue. And in thirst and in nakedness and in the want of all things. And he shall put a yoke of iron upon thy neck until he have destroyed thee. Verse 49. The Lord shall bring a nation against thee from afar. Look. Just like Peyton Gendron drove 300 miles to kill these people, he came from afar. Guess what? His nation, his people, his race, his lineage came from afar to kill us too. You know what I'm saying? They came from afar to kill us also. They are not our neighbors. Peyton Grindon was none of those people's neighbors. You know what I'm saying? He came from afar to kill those people against the from far, from the end of the earth. You know what I'm saying? Do quickly as the eagle. You know what I'm saying? That's how disgusting they are. But let's continue. They in our language, our language, we took it, forced them to other language. A nation of fierce continents. Like, look, let me show y'all the continents. Let me share with y'all this continents. Let me show you some. All right, there we go. Let me show y'all. Now you see this? Surprised they didn't flood media with pictures like these because they don't want to show you how he truly is. But this is how he truly is. This is that image. This is that man of fierce continents. You know what I'm saying? All he cared about was killing us. Fierce continents. You know what I'm saying? That's all he cared about was murdering black people. You know what I'm saying? But let's get more on it. Let's get more on it. Which shall not regard the person of the old. A lot of those people he shot was old. In fact, they were who he was trying to shoot. He did not want to go into a ghetto where people might actually shoot back. He wanted the weak. He wanted the vulnerable of our people. He didn't regard the old. There was a 4-year-old child in there that died. I think it was about 4. It was a child. Small, tiny child. Don't regard the old or the young. Because that's who they are. That's who they are as a people. They are not nobody that we should be holding hands and loving. No. They are a vile and disgusting people who literally would kill us just because they have a fear of being replaced. You know what I'm saying? That's who they are. At least that's what he claims why he did it, fear of replacement. But let me tell you something. We're going to talk about that a little later too. You know what I'm saying? We're going to talk about that a little later too. But just like always, you know what I'm saying? When they get into their bag and they start killing us and murdering us, they always come up with a stupid excuse. He must be suffering from mental illness. No, he's not suffering from no mental illness. He's not suffering from no mental illness unless you call his hatred for people who have done nothing to him a mental illness. He did. We did. Those people did nothing to him, but he drove 300 miles to kill some random people that did nothing to him. You know what I'm saying? But let's get Zechariah 11:5 real quick. Let's get Zechariah 11:5. If you're there, you're there. All right. Zechariah chapter 11, verse 5. No, let's start with 4. No, let's start with 5. Whose possessors slay them. Who is our possessors? Who is our possessors? Who own us? Who do we work for? Who do we slave for? Whose language do we speak? Whose last names do we carry? Who are those people? Who are our possessors? let me tell you who our possessors are. Our possessors are the people in the lineage that Peyton Grindon spawns from. Those are our possessors. And they slay us. He was a possessor that slayed us. You know what I'm saying? 300 miles to kill people who had nothing to do with him, who just wanted to go shopping, go on a little shopping trip, nothing big. You know what I'm saying? Let's bring that from the top. You know what I'm saying? Whose possessors slay them and hold themselves not guilty. Who the man literally walked through with a camera on his head. How you walking through with a camera on your head and claim that you're not guilty? You're literally showing yourself doing the shooting. You're showing killing these people. You wrote with that you executed perfectly. That's what you did. But they will hold themselves guilty. You know why they hold themselves not guilty? Let's continue. And they that sell them say, remember, they sold us. They bought us and sold us and did all that. And what they say, listen to what they say. Blessed be the Lord, for I am rich. They are happy with the crime that they did to us, because the crimes that they did to us made them rich. They would thank their God for what has happened to our people. They will celebrate what happened to our people. Why do you think Thanksgiving is such a big and glorious holiday to them? Because they are thanking God for what they have done to our people. Let's continue. It gets deeper. And their own shepherds pity them now. Look, our own shepherds, the Christian church don't even pity us. The Christian church will go in the Christian church will go into all those victims of Peyton Grindon, will go to all those victims and whisper in their ear that you got to forgive them. You got to forgive him. Probably utter everything that the media is saying. He has a mental illness. You know what I'm saying? He's been bullied in school. You know what I'm saying? And help them. The Christian church, our shepherds, will literally help them claim their lack of guilt. That's why they don't feel no pity. That's why they don't feel. If our own can't feel pity on us, how should we expect our enemies to? How can we expect it? We can't. And that's exactly what they're going to do. You know what I'm saying? So let me read that from the top again. Whose possessors slay them and hold themselves not guilty, and they that sell them say, Blessed be the Lord, for I am rich, and their own shepherds pity them not. I'm going to continue to 6. For I will no more pity the inhabitants of the land, saith the Lord. But lo, I will deliver the men, every one into his neighbor's hands, and into the hand of his king, and they shall smite the land. The Most High is going to deliver us, because we did not come to him for the one of all things. We chose our enemy. We chose to love our enemy and conversate with our enemy. But let me tell you something. All you got to do is look at them and know to stay away from them. They got red skin. Their skin is a shiny red. Ain't red the color of warning? When you see them, you should be warned that they are dangerous, that they should not be, buddied up with. You know what I'm saying? And we're going to push it even further. You know what I'm saying? Let's No, let's go back to Genesis real quick. I want you to understand a little more about them before I get into what we should be doing. You know what I'm saying? Before I get into what we should be doing, we're going to get to know them a little more. You know what I'm saying? Genesis 27 and 40. All right. We're going to go into a little further to the type of man that we actually have to deal with, the type of man that we face, type of man that is our enemy. We need to understand who our enemy is. And this is about the best time to try to figure it out. I mean, he's been showing it us he's our enemy since forever. But the Christian church will want you to believe that we're all equal. God loves everybody. You should love your enemy. You know what I'm saying? That's what the Christian church will want you to believe. But no. I'm going to show you some scriptures too. But let's get into the understanding of who this man is. All right. Genesis chapter 27, verse 40. And by the sword shalt thou live. Like, this is a blessing from Isaac to, well, yeah, this is a blessing and more of a prophecy, you know what I'm saying, of Isaac's, you know what I'm saying, who is literally, y'all know, you know what I'm saying, and by thy sword shalt thou live, and shalt serve thy brother, and it shall come to pass when thou shalt have dominion, that thou shalt break his yoke from off thy neck. Like, listen, Isaac's trying to let Isaac is Esau and Jacob's father, and he's giving Esau a little understanding. You know what I'm saying? Showing him a little prophecy real quick, and he's trying to tell him that he's blessed with the sword. He's blessed with the sword. And what's a sword? A sword is a weapon. Any weapon. There's modern day swords called rifles. And if you've seen the way Peyton Grindon came through with that rifle, I mean, a lot of people, I hear this consensus a lot, they thought it was a game. They thought it was a video game. They couldn't believe that it was real, that this was what reality was. You know what I'm saying? That he just comes through just plucking them. Barely missed any shots. Everybody caught the bullet. Everybody caught the bullet. He wasn't missing nothing. Hitting them real hard. And this is the type of man that we're dealing with. Our enemy's blessed with the sword. So if you have any ideas out there of trying to fight this man and go out and try to do the same thing that he does, and let me tell you something. You don't have the skills he has. He's blessed with the sword. You know what I'm saying? You buy those swords. He makes them. You know what I'm saying? You buy AKs. He makes them. You know what I'm saying? He makes tanks, Predator drones. You know what I'm saying? Who knows what else he has up in his arsenal? The secrets that the government is experimenting with right now. He has nuclear weapons. You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't be surprised if he has a bullet with a nuclear warhead in it. Small, tiny nuclear bullet. I wouldn't be surprised. That's the type of man that you're dealing with. A man that's good with weapons. A man who has the imagination to just do all types of things. That's just, think about it. Let's take Predator drones, for example. What type of man would think of flying a toy that could attack things? I seen people put handguns on regular drones that actually shoot. So this is the type of imagination is always working to cause more harm, more chaos, more anarchy. That's the way their mind works. And these are the type of people that we dealing with. You know what I'm saying? But let me continue. Let me continue. And shalt serve thy brother. Like, this is the prophecy. He's going to serve us. He's going to serve us. This is all through the Bible. For the things that Peyton Grindon has done, they will serve us. You know what I'm saying? And it shall come to pass when thou shalt have dominion, that thou shalt break his yoke from off thy neck. Like when he has full grip, you know what I'm saying? They broke the yoke. We're not currently slaves right now. And Esau hated Jacob because of the blessing wherewith his father blessed him. Like he hated us because of that. He hated us because he's going to serve us. Yeah, he's blessed with the sword, but guess what? You're still going to serve your brother. You're going to have dominion over him, but guess what? You're going to break that yoke. And guess what? He hated us for that. Just like Peyton Grindon hates those people that he killed because he was in fear of God's blessings coming. You know what they were? The replacement theory. The replacement theory is real. The replacement theory is real. And we're going to get into it, and this is a little sign of it right here. This is a little sample of it right here. But the replacement theory is absolutely true and biblical. They will get replaced. You know what I'm saying? But let's continue. And Esau said in his heart, the days of mourning for my father are at hand. Like he's starting to lose, you know what I'm saying? Love for his father. He's no longer. Isaac was getting sick. You know what I'm saying? Well, not sick, but he was on his bed. You know what I'm saying? It was almost time for him to go. And this man, this vile and disgusting man, lost remorse for his own father just because he had to serve his brother. He lost remorse for that. He lost the love in his heart for his father because he has to serve us. So to prevent that, what do? They will try everything in their heart and in their mind. Well, heart and mind the same, to stop it. And that's by killing us. That's why Planned Parenthood and y'all marching out there is so disgusting. Planned Parenthood gotta fall. It gotta fall. And people like great Peyton Gendron, gotta fall along with it. You know what I'm saying? But let's continue. Then will I slay my brother Jacob. So when his father finished dying, his plan was going to slay Jacob. And that's what Peyton Grindon did. He slayed Jacob. He slayed black people. And that's been their plan forever. That's been what they've been wanting to do forever. You know what I'm saying? Let's continue. And these words of Esau, her elder son, were told to Rebekah. And she sent and called Jacob, her younger son, and said unto him, behold, thy brother Esau, as touching thee, doth comfort himself, proposing to kill thee. Like it was comforting words. It was comforting words. His plan, his vow to kill his brother was comforting. Just like it was comforting to Peyton to kill us. When he got arrested, nobody was nervous. The man was still armed with still live magazine rounds. Still live rounds in the magazine. But he was comforted. He wasn't worried. There was no fear in his face. He was comforted because he killed his brothers. He killed Jacob. These people are disgusting and vile people. Disgusting and vile. You know what I'm saying? But let's drop that. Let's let's get on this replacement theory real quick. We're gonna go in the Apocrypha real quick. No. Let's get on what we should be doing. I'm going to leave the replacement theory for the end, probably the last 10 minutes. Let's go to Ecclesiasticus. No, let's go to Second Esdras. No, Ecclesiasticus. Let's go to Ecclesiasticus chapter 12. Chapter 12, verse 40. No, verse 10. Ecclesiasticus chapter 12, verse 10. Never trust thine enemy. This is the Bible, man. The Bible straight up and down telling you to never trust your enemy. Matter of fact, I never wrote the scripture into the chat. Let me write that in the chat. Telling you to never trust your enemy. Like, this man Peyton Grindon was camping out, stalking a place, having conversation with the locals. You know what I'm saying? And he was only able to do that because we have a weird trust for our enemy. We trust them. Same way that Dylan Storm Roof was able to come into that church and clap his hands and everybody got comfortable right before he killed them all. It's the same thing. Same exact thing. You know what I'm saying? Same way how you're able to date and involve yourself in interracial relationship with these dogs that are killing us. You know what I'm saying? We can't be trusting our enemies. That's how you end up in jail. That's how you end up dead. By trusting them. You see that redskin, take it as a warning and stay far away from them. I know we are in their kingdom, but guess what? This whole planet is their kingdom right now. This whole planet is their kingdom. You know what I'm saying? But let's continue. For like as iron rusteth, so is his wickedness. Like, for sure. Iron does rust. It's guaranteed to rust. Iron will rust. And it's a guarantee. Guess what? Our enemy's wickedness is a guarantee too. His hatred for us is a guarantee too. His plan to slaughter and kill us is a guarantee also. This is nothing new. Nothing new at all. You know what I'm saying? Let's continue. 11. Though he humbled himself and go crouching, like he had to humble himself. A man that hates black people so much to conversate with us, had to be painful for him. So to do it, he had to humble himself to help carry out his own objective. He had his own objective, so he will humble himself. Hey, how you doing? How is this neighborhood? Is this a good neighborhood to live in? What's the crime like? You know what I'm saying? What about this store? What type of people were shopping this? He had to humble himself to conversate with us. So, because he humbles himself, let's continue. And go crouching, yet take good heed and beware of him. Still, be wary of them. Be wary of them. Be wary of the Peyton Grindons of the world. Be wary of them. You know what I'm saying? Pay attention to them. Focus on them a bit. And thus be unto him wipe his looking glass. And unto us, as attention to him for a bit, he will appear to us like we wipe the looking like we just off our mirror. Our mirror just got clean. Wiped it up, smoothed it out.